That's a very good question. I think both teams have a very good shot of winning today. I know for sure that both teams are very good, so it's hard to say today. We're just gonna have to see in what's gonna happen today. He does miss his chain though, unfortunate. And what do you think, Mello? What's gonna happen?
Oh, this is a really hard question. We have the best EU team versus the best NA team. We will see really, really, really good stuff. And I'm really excited and surprised what we will see. I can't say who will win because we can't say anything. Everyone can win here.
Exactly,
Very
yeah.
true. We do see a hit here with the chains. We do see
That's a
God
nice
Pallet
hit.
being dropped really, really early on here. Not wanting to get hit early, delaying that first hit, of course. We are going to see Chase going around Gallows. Now Chase here, I believe, on the Claudette. Missing that chain, unfortunately, though. Angel is not being able to get it. We do see the Claudette time wasting here, trying to buy as much time for the team as she can. Eternal really looking like things are going to be going well. We do see the first tag, actually, but no doubt there are two gens being worked on separately by each team member. We do see a Hex Totem there as well. I'm assuming that's probably going to be the Ruin here. Really interesting build. A full Hex build, actually, Ghost. Could really slow things down for our survivors. What do you think?
I think Hexbots is really good on Pinhead, of course, yeah. It's a very
The
good
chains
choice.
are definitely going to interfere with their ability to get rid of the hexes. I completely agree. We do see Chase here once again on the ace. He just get hit with the chains. We do see the pre-drop. Going to vault, but only a slow vault because of the chains. And we do see our first down here. Probably another generator popping in a couple of seconds. We'll see our first gen popping. We do see the down. No basement here, though, near main. So we are just going to see a normal hook. Makes things a bit easier for our survivors here. A little bit less risky. We do see the first hook on Dan here with Ascent getting a relatively early hook. Sorry about that. We did have some issues there. We do see two gens popped here from Eternal, which is a really good starting point for them. We do see a second hook has also happened, leading to two hooks and two fresh right now. So both sides really battling it out well. Really difficult situation to judge. It could go either way, to be honest with you. And I'm just excited to see what happens. There we go, it's all fixed. Yeah, it'll be 10 minutes, but yeah, the recording is back up. That's the main thing. We do see a missed opportunity there with the chains on Dan. We do see the kill up breaking the breakable wall at main, or at least one of them. We do see another gen popping. Eternal getting the third gen right now. And we do see this chase still happening on Dan. Definitely a 1v1 sort of player. Absolutely insane to see performance like this. We do see the window vault. He's going to get caught out. Gets downed here by Angels. Amazing play there. Caught out of place, unfortunately. And the killer did predict it. Really good attempt, though, from our survivor there. We are going to see Killer not opting. No, he does opt for basement, actually. I stand corrected here. And we are going to see him taking him down to basement. Maybe we're going to see a proxy here to guarantee some additional hooks. And as I say that, he does the opposite, of course. Commentator's curse. We do see them trying to get the box here. Ghost, is this the best play? Do you think it's better to focus on the gens at this point? What's your thoughts on this?
I think it's already too late to focus on gens, of course. I think you should proxy camp for sure. Keep pressure on the box. I think Hardcore should take the box away. But we'll see what he's going to do.
And we do see going back to that basement hook. Knowing that somebody's getting the unhook here. Right now, a really, really good position here for both sides. Survivor side playing things out really well. And a killer also being really aggressive. You love to see matches this tightly put together in comp. This back and forth is what we really love to see. We do see a really good hit there with the chains going full round. Fully round that loop here. Going to see extended chase here from Dan. Is going to go down. And we're not going to be seeing a DS, I believe, as it is a Cenobite. So unless they can get a pallet save here, this is going to be down and out here for Dan. In a good position on that pallet. Nobody around though. Angel's predicting the pallet save. We do see that 4th gen being done as well. And we do see the guaranteed hook here and the tunnel out, making it a 3v1 right now with 1 generator left. I do believe a tunnel is good enough to be able to get a 3 out here, but they're going to have to play things really, really carefully, really organised and keep up their comms on point. We do see the last gen being popped as well. Man, you love to see performances like this. It's just crazy how efficient these teams are. It's absolutely incredible. And with only 1 injured survivors, 1 injured survivor even, I do like to see the chance of getting that 3 out here. We're just going to see some of them coming in to take hits probably, unless the Cenobite can target out that survivor, in which case we will be seeing Eternal taking a 2 out, and we will be looking at, I believe, a 6th stage. We're going to have to wait and see. He has found another survivor, and it is the injured one. The Claudette's going to take a tag, not being able to get in line with that survivor, and I do believe we're going to see a 2 out here. It's the only thing they can do to kind of prevent a 4K from like a snowball effect here. So yeah, we do see the killer still looking for that Lara. Maybe the comm has been given to go to that other gate, so he's now going to predict that here with the chains, but not wanting to leave this gate. So it's a tricky scenario here for our killer Angels, not wanting to overcommit to either side here, and that could just result in the 3 out here. It's a really tough situation. We do see a heal has happened with the Claudette still being injured. Almost catching the Renata there out of position. Managing to dodge it though. Really, really good position. We do see the Lara here. It's going to take a tag. In fact, Renato's actually going to get in the way. Going to see the tag on the Renata maybe. Going to try and maybe get a prediction. It's going to try and go for that Claudette. We do see the 3-man out. Amazing performance there from Eternal and from Ascent. Both sides did really, really well in my opinion. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Devil's Arena. You missed that amazing match we just had, or you might have been here. Hopefully you were here. We do have the second half of the first set here. It is going to be Eternal on Killer. It's going to be Ascent on Survivor. It should be really, really exciting. We do see Zaka playing Killer. It's going to be a Cenobite set, and I'm, for one, very excited to see what he can do. It should be really exciting back and forth gameplay. We do see Corrupt being used here. A really aggressive build as well. A bit different to what we saw in the prior game. Less Hex build related. Definitely some interesting perks here, Ghost. What do you think? Is this going to give him some additional hook states, this build here?
I sure hope so, and I believe Nowhere is going to do a lot for him if he doesn't make it. It's going to be very hard for him to beat Eternal here, but I think he has a good shot. I mean, we all know Saka's abilities.
Yes, I've commentated a couple of the matches here, so
we'll
I had some very interesting results, to say the least, but very strong killer, definitely.
Right. Absolutely.
You do see a miss there on the chains.
What do you think, Mello?
Sorry, go on, Mello.
It's okay, don't worry. It will be hard for Zaka, but with Nowet and Painless, maybe he has the chance, and this pallet save scares me a little bit. Not for endgame, so no, when out can come. Sloppy, okay, you can play it, it can be, it stops healing, so you can down them faster and they can't heal so fast. This was an
We do see a tag there with the chains. Really interesting way he managed to actually get away with that. So really, really good strategic prowess from our killer here, Zaka. We are going to see him going for a down here as well. Going to get the ace out of position. Going to turn it into a down. Can't get the block. The Nancy can't get there in time. Really good position. We do see that gen 90-ish%. Going to try and get the tag on the Nancy. Doesn't manage to make it though. Gets the pickup here. Nobody around. No flashlight. We do see a head on though. Absolutely incredible play here. And I don't think our killer expected it, but he will next time, I guarantee you. The Lara up with the flashlight as well. Very, very cheeky here, saying, you can't catch me. Zaka is going to make sure that he does catch the Lara next time. Gets the down here. Nobody around for a head-on. We do know Lara has the flashlight, so there's no chance here. We are going to see a hook right in front of our eyes here. Really good position here from our killer. Mallow, what does Ascent need to do right now to improve the situation with multiple tags on survivors, one on hook? We do see a gen being done here, but what can they do to improve the situation? the same question maybe then to Ghost, if you lovely people can still hear me. Oh, hold on.
I
There we
feel a
go.
little bit bad.
I forgot. I muted myself. It's that one hotkey. What do we think the survivors here need to do
Good morning, public.
to improve the situation here? Loads of people tagged, loads of people injured here. What do they need to do to improve things and get the gen flowing? Anybody? Somebody?
Sorry.
What do they need to
Sorry,
do to improve the situation? We've got a lot of survivors here injured. Gens aren't popping as quickly as they need to. What can they do to change this?
I think a lot of patience. I think they should play a lot slower to pop a lot of gens. I think the killer should just camp here. But that's up to him.
We do see some of the gens actually being worked on. A high progress gen here from the Nancy. Felix also starting on one. We're going to have to see somebody come in for the unhook though. Lara caught in a bad position here, not far from Gallows. Going to be in chase, which means somebody must be going for the unhook here. Do see the Nancy getting the unhook and probably going to get a reset. We do see our killer going to get the tag on the Lara. Amazing hit there. Going to run through main now. I do believe it does have the pallet. Doesn't manage to get it in time for the chains. Somebody's coming in. The Nancy's going to come in for the hit. Can they line up in time? Can they get this? Going over the window. Going to predict it. And Nancy is going to go round. And our killer going to try and cut off maybe with a drop down. Keep an eye on this gen here at main. Knows it's high progress. I say that and it's about 30%. And we do see loads and loads of scratch marks here. Our killer knowing multiple survivors are around. It's going to be who can he track down and find. That was an interesting moment there with the chains. I'm sure that was an accidental slip up there. And we probably won't see the same thing again. Do see a hit here on the gen to slow things down. And our killer right now a bit puzzled as to where the survivors have gone. We do see another gen being popped here by Ascent. It's a really good position. And I think a bit of struggle here actually from our killer at the moment. Survivors being really, really organised and really managing to kind of piece things together. And like you said before, really working on patience. And I think it's kind of messing with our killer right now. The fact that the game's slowed down to such a cruel right now is really affecting our killer's ability to get the downs.
Absolutely.
And we do see Chase right now with the Lara again. Nobody around to take a hit. We do see an M1 hit and a pallet stun. Ghost, what's going to happen here? What does our Lara need to do to extend this chase? We do see window at main, but the window and the pallet, is that going to be good enough to keep this chase going for another minute, minute and a half?
That's very hard to say. Yes, I think he should definitely play main right here. Exactly what he's doing. But he's going to play his ass off to extend the chase for at least a minute.
We do see a beautiful mind game there from Zaka. Really trying to throw the Survivor off, but Survivor reading it really, really well. We do see the anti-3 gen thing coming up on that generator. And also Blast Mine, if I'm not mistaken. It's going to slow things down for a couple of seconds for this killer and give Lara a bit of time to get away. Although we do see the Lara on the other side of that window, and I believe our killer would have detected that as well. Nancy out of position here. Killer not caring, wanting to get the tunnel out on the Lara. We do see going over that window again, playing main. Our killer right now, I think, needs to leave this chase. The only problem is he really can't because of that gen. So it's such an awkward position here for our killer. Because he knows he's not going to be able to kick it much longer. We do know 2 survivors are at main, and it's exactly how he wants it to be. We're going to see Nancy taking a hit here, and we're in a position where 2 survivors could be going down here. So it's a good position for our killer. Survivors really need to play this carefully, or else you might be seeing 2 hooks right here. We are going to see a 3rd gen pop. I think our survivors are doing really well. We're going to see our Lara going down here. What does our killer need to do to apply a bit more pressure here, Ghost?
I'm not sure. I think they, like I said before, she played really slow. Unfortunately, she does get hooked here. And Sokka has a lot of pressure, which is really nice for Sokka. But I don't know. I'm not sure what they can do right now. What do you think, Mello?
It is still really excited to see. I can't say how the game will end. It can still all happen. The 4K can come, but the 3-man out can come too. You see, Saga has a little bad 3 gen with 12 main and 6.
Yes, 6.
So I think he will wait until Lara is dead. So yes, with one
Absolutely,
case.
yeah.
I have my headset died. It's a bit of talking. Thank you. We now Saka has to do a 2K when it's the round for Eternal. But yeah, that's why maybe Saka brings now it for the end. Because maybe he knows the game will be a little bit hard for him. We see all survivors injured again. Next chase main. We see the reset. We hear someone is doing the main gen. And the next hit tank is coming and it was. We have 2 painless left. We saw Lara with the flashlight out from the window. Painless on main. Zaka will go after Lara because Lara's dead on hook. This will be much easier for him, but he got
And we do
done.
see an attempt at the swing on the Lara. We do see, unfortunately, a whiff there. Getting another hook as well on Zaphis. Right now, a good position for our killer. Really applying a lot of pressure. All the survivors kind of clustered right now. Struggling to get that last generator done, actually. And we're going to see another hook. I think that's currently 4 fresh. I will stand corrected. It's 3 fresh. No, it's not been hooked. We do see such a good position here for our killer.
And I believe as of now, it's a win for Eternal,
Yeah,
right? Correct?
so an extra hook
Yeah,
and a fresh hook as well. So very, very close, but yes. And especially with the person slugged on the floor, yeah. And Noed's still coming in clutch. So yeah, this is a win. This is a win for Eternal.
Absolutely.
It's been a really tight game, to be fair. It did definitely break down. I think the main turning point, in my opinion, was the situation at main with that Gen at really high progress. So I was really being aggressive to get it done, and the killer being aware, not leaving that area, which obviously I thought at the time potentially was a really tricky situation, but he made the right call there by not leaving. Managed to get a lot of pressure out of that and a couple of downs, and that's in the end what did change things. And we're going to see the 2 out being taken and an extra 2 hook stages being applied, making it 7 hooks and 3 fresh. So a very clear-cut win now for Eternal. And we do see the nodders from our killer here as well in approval of the victory. Cool, cool, cool. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Devil's Arena. We have our second set here. It's going to be a Spirit set with Eternal on Killer first. Should be really, really exciting. I'm eager to see what both teams have up their sleeves and how they're going to play. We did see the first set being won by Eternal. And I'm just going to very quickly fix the score sheet. We are going to hopefully see a really aggressive game here. I've not seen either side play Spirit, so I'm really eager to see what they can do. Obviously, Spirit takes a lot of kind of muscle memory, a lot of audio awareness, as do most killers, but Spirit in particular. We are going to see a firecracker play there. Really, really good timing. And that is the creepiest laugh in all of DBD history. But it's very, very popular, this new skin. We are going to see a down going in comp corner, actually. And it's the Ace who does get downed here. It's Angels. And I think it's a smart play to waste some time here. But we're going to have to hope that the survivors are on a gen. Which obviously I assume they will be. We do see the first hook on Angels going to Eternal here. And we do see 1 gen for the value of that 1 hook here. Things being very, very even, Stevens, so to speak. And we are going to see God Pallet being dropped really, really early on here. Chase with Note being disregarded right now. We're going to go back and check on that hook, I do believe. Or maybe he's seen a survivor out of position here. I'm going to get a tag here on the Renato and the Pallet stun as well. And I've only just realised the perks this killer is using. Really, really unique stuff right now. We do see Dragon's Grip coming into play with Spirit. It should be something which really catches our survivors off guard. And right now, they're not even aware of it. Ghost, what do you think that's going to do to our survivors here? Completely agree. We also see some other really unique perks. We see Eruption, obviously very common in Comp DBD. Noed as well with some late game hooks here, which I think was used in the prior set as well. And I'll be honest, it wasn't even completely needed. There was such great pressure applied in that last set we just saw. But we still see it coming in clutch here, just in case there has been maybe a change in strategy from Ascent side here. Our killer Zaka here wanting to be prepared for any sort of surprises, what might come his way. We do see camping right now, proxy camping basement, loosely going over hill here, looking for these survivors, worrying about a 3-gen here. Gonna see a sprint burst here, I believe, on our survivor, on Zaphis, and yeah, just being read really well. The sprint burst was used, and we are also going to see killer going back to the basement hook. Nobody there, no scratch marks. Looking for a stealth here is Zaka. Not catching anybody out of position. Our survivor's just worrying about that 3-gen right now, worrying about gen pressure, and our killer's very aware of this and is going to try and push them off of the gens. I think we are going to see our ace is going to be the life player here, as we have noticed that Zaphis is the sprint burst, and maybe the Nancy is going to be a balanced landing player, potentially. We are going to see a tag happening here on ace. Does hold W and get some distance here, trying to take chase away from that gen. We do see the hooks on Jar still being currently processed right now in basement. No unhooks happen. We do see it down and going down in comp corner. We do see that second gen being done here from Ascent as well. We're going to see a third hook state being applied right now on ace, and a second fresh, really good position here to be Eternal. Going to go back and keep an eye on that hook in basement. We do see the timing is perfect here as the unhook has just happened. Going to try and body block here, the stairway. Does swing and miss, unfortunately, though. Really needs to waste some time here. It's going to manage to actually catch them out, forcing Locker here on Zaphis. Did get the For the People play. Is going to confirm that hook as well. And another gen is popped for the value. Ascent really being pseudo-aggressive here with the generators. Ghost, are they going to be able to pull out a really good condition here? Maybe we could be looking at a 3-out with how aggressive they're being on the generators. What do you think? We do see the reset and a blind survivor here. Crazy performances so far, Ghost. Yeah. It's going to be a 3v1 at 2 gens. Zaka on Spirit. Not ideal for these survivors here. They're going to have to deal with it accordingly and try and get the best result they can. Right now, it's not looking too hot. It's looking like maybe a 2-out if possible. Maybe even a 4k2 here if things go awry. And just a really bad situation. So I was going to have to put pressure on them gens, not worry too much about the resets. Otherwise, we could see a snowball here from Zaka, which is looking like what's going to happen. Some miscommunications here. Really, really bad situation. Our killer Zaka mind gaming. Going to get the down. Misses though, unfortunately. They need to be so careful here not to throw and not to ruin this position. We do see 4 survivors injured right now. We are going to see a down here on the Renato on Jar. Our killer not committing to getting the 3v1 here. Really wanting to keep everybody injured. You would think he was running Sloppy Butcher at this point. Gonna now confirm a 3v1. Gonna confirm that extra hook state. Expecting a Firecracker play, but flashback here. It got used earlier in the game. But I suppose it's muscle memory here from Zaka at this point. Just expecting Firecrackers out of nowhere. Such good efficiency from these survivors and also from this killer. We are going to see the kick on the generator there near hill. And it's now 3v1. What do our survivors do here? Are they going to have to stealth things out? Play really carefully? What do you think? I know what you mean. They have to just try and be as efficient as possible and do the best they can. Right now, we're just in a really tight scenario where 2 out of 3 of our survivors are injured right now. Next one who goes down is probably going to be camped. It's just so difficult to call right now. It could go really either way. And I think we're going to see Angels really keeping an eye on them gens, really making sure there isn't a 3-gen situation what happens. Of course, he's the captain of the team as well. He does have Note, to be fair, on his side as well as Zaphis. Really strong team here, and we do see that 4th gen being done. Good position here from Ascent, but right now, yeah, we're going to see the Survivor being camped. And a really good position being secured here from Zafka. And I believe that Angels is aware of this right now. He does get the reset on Note, and we are going to see both of them probably working on separate gens here. Just in case, just to double their chances. So our killer Zaka is going to have to commit to one of them. If we can find them, of course. So really, really difficult situation. That is the Nancy, correct. Which means we're going to see the other one making the comm and going for the unhook here, going for the pull. And we are going to be seeing our killer kind of proxying mid-map right now. Does see some scratch marks over there. I'm assuming he saw them. Well, I did at least anyway, on the other side of that hill. So the unhook is happening right now, but I think our killer more worried about these gens right now than the unhook, to be honest. That is the unhook. We do see a down with some eruption value coming in clutch as well. Going to phase back to that unhook. Going to be looking at getting a 4K1 here. Zaka being really optimistic. He needs to be able to get quick downs on these survivors if he's to be able to achieve that. And the way the chase has been going, although Zaka is doing really, really well and he's very, very technically proficient, we have seen really good chases from these survivors being extended really well. So I don't think the speed is going to be there. Unless there is a mess up with communication, I don't think it's going to be able to get the downs fast enough to ensure a 4K1 here. But I could be wrong. It is Zaka after all, so we'll have to wait and see. And as I say that, we do see a bit of a mind game there. We do see a down as well. And I do think we're going to see a 4K1. Commentator's curse here and not happening apparently. And yeah, I think we're looking at a 4K1 here, Ghost. And we did see a really interesting play from Zaka as well. Just want to call it out. I've seen this done in a couple of high scenario matches. We did see a fake on a hit where you kind of tilt up to act as if you're going to swing and then bait the survivor out to maybe bait out a dead hard or something. And it really worked well. They did fall for it. He did manage to get the hit, of course. We are now going to see a reset has happened, or at least a partial reset. It has picked up the slug. Angel is still standing. Not being down just yet, and we are going to see them go for that last gen, go for the final triumph here. We are actually going to see, I think, another down. I don't think they get to the... No, they do actually manage to get to the pallet in time. Gonna keep an eye on these gens here. Zaka really playing things out really efficiently. Got to keep an eye on this 3-gen. It is really, really tight. Spirit can phase relatively fast between the area, and I think we're going to see Angels on this gen. But I'm wrong, actually. It's going to be Note. And Angels. And we did see Dragon's Grip coming in clutch, getting a free down here on Angels. It's going to make it a 4th fresh hook right now, as Angels hasn't been hooked yet, I don't think. I'm wrong. Foot, mouth happens sometimes. Well, it is currently 7 stages with 3 fresh hooks here. And Angels is out of the ball game right now. We do see a 2v1, and this is all confirmed right now. This is going to be a 4K1 result. I don't see any chance of that last generator being done. Oh, we do see a really good prediction there from Zaka. Although, unfortunately, Zaphis here did mind game and was prepared for that. We're going to see a hatch play, and Zaka knows about it. We're going to see Note, who is the fresh. I did get mistaken earlier. We do see 8 stage 4 fresh right now. Things really, really coming in clutch here. We're going to see the chase happening. Some beautiful mind games here. And we're going to see... Oh my goodness! Zaphis has balanced. Although I feel they did have sprint burst earlier, so... Wait, huh? I'm confused as to what I just saw. But okay. It looked like a balanced. There is no balanced. Yeah. I'm not sure what I just saw. But regardless, ladies and gentlemen, we do see a 4K1 here from Zaka. Absolutely incredible performance. And also an incredible performance here from Ascent as well. Really, really good efficiency here from both sides. Really interesting back and forth matchup. Really aggressive as well to get 4 gens done against such a high tier killer, a high tier player. Really phenomenal stuff. We do see a 4K1 result. We are going to be going into intermission here while we wait for the next match to be set up here. Thank you for being here with us at Devil's Arena, and we'll be back shortly. Welcome back to Devil's Arena. We have our second set here, and it is going to be Ascent on Killer here. Spirit set. We did see a remarkable performance prior from Eternal on Killer, which resulted in a 4K1. We now see Angel stepping up to the podium for his team to play the Spirit here under a really good win condition, what was for Eternal. We're now going to see Angels trying to achieve a similar condition to try and keep themselves in it, with Eternal already winning the first set. Really difficult situation. I'm sure Angels is going to be up to the challenge, though. We're going to have to make sure he doesn't overcommit to some of our survivors here, as that they are very good at extending chase, which could obviously be a problem here. So we're going to have to see quick chases, quick downs, and if not, we're going to have to see our killer here not overcommitting. We do see a lot of pre-drops right now in order to avoid that first down, which is really, really good play here from Dan. And right now we see going towards the filler. Going to get the down here, though. Not too much he could do. 2 pallets used right now. Not a bad situation here from our survivors. And our killer managing things really, really well. There's still a good amount of resources left on the map, so it's a good position for our survivors. Not wasted too many. We do see 1 hook, 1 fresh right now from Ascent. We are going to see another down happening here on the ace. The tunnel out is going to be happening here, apparently, and not too much our survivors are able to do about it right now. We haven't seen any firecrackers or anything be used right now, so there's definitely going to be something up Eternal's sleeve. I guess we just have to wait and see what happens. As of right now, we do see chase happening on the Renato. It's going to go for that down as well. We do see a second gen popping here from Eternal. We see the down on the Renato. Right now, Eternal really being aggressive here. The tunnel out not happening. Instead, going for that fresh hook here on Zaka. And we are going to see the hook happening here. Mid-map. Good position to be able to keep an eye on the gens. Right now, 2 hooks, 2 fresh here. And Eternal looking like, at the moment, things are swinging in their favour with the efficiency and the aggression with the generators right now. We do see our killer in a bit of a puzzled situation, unfortunately. Not knowing where the survivors are, not knowing what gens are being worked on, and looking right now for stealthing survivors. And we do see Dan taking chase to the comp corner. Going to get downed here by Spirit, but it is a bit of a ploy, I do believe, as we are going to be seeing generators being worked on centre map here. So right now, the chase and the down, yes, is a good thing for the killer, but we are going to see generators being done in contrast to that. So right now, it's a bad thing, actually, for our killer. We do obviously see the extra hook state, which is great, but it's taking him away from what he needs, a victory for his side right now. So as unfortunate as things appear to be going, I don't think it's really ideal for our killer. Our survivors definitely have the upper hand here, are really taking this killer on a bit of a ride. And we need to see some more aggression from our killer, not falling for these little mind games right now. Obviously, playing this as well as he can against such obviously an efficient team. He is right now kind of struggling a little bit here. And we hope to see some more downs, some more tags here. Especially with the use of Sloppy Butcher coming in clutch. We also see Dragon's Grip once again. Some good mind games here. Does go for that swing on the pallet, but not falling for it. Mind game here. No side winning apart from the survivor. So right now, yeah, tough situation to be in here. Ascent really struggling. We do see the down there. Really good prediction here from Angels, as he does manage to get the tag on the Tory Kane. Predicting a firecracker. No firecracker to be had, though. We do see vaulting over the pallet. I do believe a live play. God, pallet being dropped right now. Good timing there. Gonna cut out Chase, going to cut the ties there, going to go back to the gen. We do see the Ada pre-running here, maybe a sprint burst. And we are going to see FaZe near dump truck right now, catching the Ada out of position. Going to get a tag here, nothing to work with. And we do see, oh, no tag. Pallet's done instead. Absolutely incredible stuff here. Ada mind gaming this killer, really taking him on the ride of his life. And we are going to see a tag here. And right now the question is, where are the generators? Where is the value for our survivor team here for Eternal? We see a lot of tags happening and no generators. Maybe trying to recoup the situation, trying to recover here. Maybe working on regrouping right now, as we do see a hit on the generator. Trying to get some eruption value here. Angel's trying to bring it back here. We do see a lot of pre-drop pallets here. Currently kind of scouting mid-map is our killer right now. And we do see, I do believe the reset has just happened, which can be confirmed. I do believe our survivors are they're kind of edge map here. Kind of maybe near crane potentially. Just got the reset. They're going to slowly phase in to go back to the generators here. Making things nice and slow so it catches the killer off guard. We do see another tag here on Spitz. On the Ada. And this generator here at about 60% progress. Killer going to kick it. Get some eruption value. We don't see Dragon's Grip right now, as I do believe it's on a cooldown actually. Not very beneficial for our killer right now. We see a pre-drop. And the killer leaving that survivor right now. Leaving Spitz. Going to go back towards center map here as well. And right now we do see our killer really slowing things down with Sloppy Butcher. With all the perks he has. With Eruption, with Dragon's Grip, right now really being able to slow down the situation. Struggling to scout out these survivors though, as they're doing a really good job of hiding their scratch marks and really playing things out really cautiously here. We are going to see a survivor just there in the fog, so to speak, in the shadows. Potentially could be Zaka. I didn't get a good glimpse, but we did see some footsteps there. And our killer is going to try and track that survivor down. We're going to try and get a tag here. And it is the Tory. It is Nightlight. And we'll be seeing Chase ensued on Nightlight here. Going to try and get a tag here. Angel is going to go for it. Predicting a firecracker. And that time there was actually a firecracker. We do see fireworks for the New Year's here. Do see a tag here on Nightlight. Gonna manage to get that vault. Killer leaving once again. Gonna go past Shaq. Gonna go near Crane here. No, dump truck. I stand corrected. Apologies. Gonna go near dump truck here. Try and get a tag on the Renato. We do see that 4th gen being done here by Eternal. We do see a bad situation here for our killer. Struggling to get pressure on these generators. Really, really struggling to apply too much pressure here. Our survivor's playing things out really carefully, really cautiously here. Knowing what the situation is. Knowing that too many hits in the wrong area of the map can cause a snowball effect. Our survivors just playing things out really strategically here. I think they could be really proud of the performance they're putting in right now. And our killer right now really suffering, really struggling to slow things down to the pace he wants. Really needs to get some extra hook states here, but not being able to. And right now it's a bad situation for our killer. This last gen pops, and it is going to be a win for Eternal. So of course he's going to try and prevent this, but it's not looking too good for our killer here for Angels. Slightly unfortunate to see. Obviously, I was putting in such a good, strong effort here. I do believe we're going to be seeing Eternal take the victory. We do see that down from Dragon's Grip coming in clutch. We do see our killer slugging as well. It's going to be a really, really good situation here if he can prioritize on this, if he can get some more downs. But the survivors, of course, are going to try and prioritize that last gen being done. We are going to see Nightlight being ensued on Chase here. We do see the pre-dropped pallet there, the pre-dropped filler. We are going to see the mind game over the mind game going over. We do see a live play here. Going to be phasing, going to be faking, going round. Mind game into the mind game here from Nightlight. Knowing that there's a pre-drop pallet there to work with. Goes over with the vault again. Incredible chase here. Nightlight going back to that filler. Right now, I apologize to say this. Angels needs to be breaking these pallets. It's really, really messing him up right now. And I know it's better to try and play the mind game in these high scenario stake situations. But right now, yeah, he's being mind gamed by the survivor right now. You do see a beautiful tag there, though, from Angels. Really recuperating the situation. Really bringing things back into his own liking. We do see survivors working on these gens, splitting up really, really well here. You see Shaq about 70% right now, and the other gen over there, maybe 50 or 60. Really controlling this 3 gen well is Angels, and our survivors right now really wanting the chase to be happening, and he's not committing. He's doing an excellent job right now of not committing, but it's right now really a back and forth situation. And I feel eventually, despite it being stagnated right now, I feel eventually it's going to be broken down and we're going to see that last gen pop. It's just a matter of time right now. And we do see another tag once again on Spitz, on the Ada. If Spitz can hold this chase long enough, we're going to see his team here. We're going to see them manage to get that last gen. And then we are actually going to see the down because that pallet did get destroyed. We're going to see it down near comp corner. And just wasting as much time as he can to get the last gen done. We do see the down on Spitz here. Absolutely incredible with some eruption value here on Killer Shack gen. Our killer here, Angels, phasing back to Shack. Can he get back there in time? He does manage to. We do see some value out of eruption there with the aura. Can he go back to this gen here? High progress here, about 80-85%. Needs to kick this, needs to get eruption value. Although waiting out for Dragon's Grip here is probably the best decision he could make here. We see the tag on Nightlight. Needs to go back, commit, and get that Dragon's Grip on that gen. Or at least use it on the one at Killer Shack. Needs to put himself in a better position here. We do see it down on Nightlight. Needs to get the pick. Needs to get the hook. Needs to get back to that gen as soon as possible. This is life and death right now. Very difficult situation for our killer. Hooking in basement could be make or break right here. We do hear that gen has been regressed a little bit by eruption. It now feels like it's 40-50% progress. We do see another hook here, making it 4 right now for Ascent. 4 hooks for 3 fresh. Really, really good position for our killer. He kind of is in a really difficult one though, because if you think about it, he needs to be in multiple places at once, while also being able to proxy this hook. He does have a good 3-gen setup, and we do see an early attempt to the unhook, and we have seen Dragon's Grip being used. I think honestly, forget about the proxy right now. We need to see that gen being protected, or else it is GG's and Eternal will be picking up the win. He knows another survivor is in basement, but right now they're full health. I think honestly the best play here is to try and commit to one of the gens. And the survivors are going to be popping it any moment now. So as well as Angels is doing right now, I feel like this game is a GG's, and Eternal is definitely going to be pulling off the victory, because they've had more than enough time by now, because of that reset surely, to get a gen done, or at least to have one at high progress. And the killer's going to have to apply an equal amount of pressure to stop it being done, stop it being completed here. We do see extremely high progress on this gen here, near dump truck, about 90%. Gonna have to kick it, gonna have to get that eruption value. Unfortunately, not being able to wait it out long enough to get Dragon's Grip, because we would see a double stack here from our survivors. So can't take the risk, and we do see a tag here on Zaka, on the Renato. And the chase is going to be happening here. If it happens for long enough, if it can be overextended here, we are actually going to see that gen getting done. And that is, of course, the priority. We do see round and round the merry-go-round here on this Renato. Going to get the down. Does dead hard. Beautiful dead hard here. Really, really strong performance here from Zaka. Knowing the timing. No mind game here from our Spirit, from Angels. And we do see that last gen popping. It's going to be a GG's right now. The win is going to Eternal. Absolutely phenomenal performance here from both sides. Both sides really putting in all of the effort. Really incredible back and forth chess match we've seen here. Absolutely incredible plays. We do see a swing and a miss here from Angels on the Spirit here. Not being able to get the tag on Spitz there. Unfortunate here. We are going to see a 3-out happening, I believe. Although they are all rushing in, we might actually see a 4-out. We do see a tag happening here on our ace as well. And we do see the unhook happening. It is guaranteed. It is going to be a 4-out, I do believe. We do see the survivors lining up here. It's going to be a 4-out. Can they get there in time? Going to see the phase. Does get a hit, but on the wrong survivor, unfortunately. It's going to be a 4-out. GG's, ladies and gentlemen, and the victory does go to Eternal.